my name is Dave Andrews, and these I wanted to get two helicopters to compare them, the two different designs. Now I want to explain something. Some helicopters, the battery isn't meant to replace. Now if you are asking me to build a power supply, what I do is I get a regular 2 amp, put it on a hunk of metal, and put a fan in. Now, say you want to make the power supply cheaper, well, what you do is you take the big hunk of metal, which is $20, and replace it with a smaller one. Now, when you do that, if I do it one way, it lasts for 40 years. If I do it the other way, it will last for 5 years. So, one of the problems is some manufacturers don't want you to do that, because in the speed controllers, they can burn out very quickly. Now, this one here, you see the battery. You can get the battery for it, but some, like this one here, I wouldn't replace it for two reasons. It's heavier and it goes faster, so you just no guarantee whether you can get the, you could get the battery for it, and then, the helicopters, the parts go on it, and it crashes. So, and even on this one, I'm just going to use it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then that's it. And the other thing is the motors, whether the motors can last that long. And that's one of the reasons it's better to run in 5 or 6 minutes. So, don't replace the battery unless it's made to. Now, you can get this battery here at the hobby store. They stock it, and it's relatively easy. This is the LITEHAWK XL. Okay, so don't replace the batteries with other batteries. It's not worth it. Okay, now before Christmas I saw this helicopter. It was $129. So I went to look at it. It was $90, and it was big. It was a big one, and the reason they made it bigger is so that if you go up high and drop it, you had less chance of damaging it. So the SKYROVER, because it's bigger, you have less chance. Now, David in Aurelia, he says what happens, they go up high and the battery goes dead and they crash them, and he didn't want to bring them in. So I keep mine, just above my head, and when after 7 or 8 minutes, I keep them close to the ground. But these two, the LITEHAWK XL and the SKYROVER, I find that doesn't happen. They come down. But with the Interceptor, I was going along about table height and it dropped. So it's a good idea to keep them, not too high. Now, the only time I go high is when people ask me. So I just go up and be really careful. So you have to practice flying and get used to it. Now, another thing I found about this one. Now, this one, let's assume this one takes 1 hour to charge. This takes 2 hours to charge. And the reason is the voltage on the SKYROVER is 3.6. That stops it from being overcharged. So typically, let's say this, I can recharge the battery 100 times. This might be 130. So, but with the SKYROVER, you can't get the parts. Now, another thing I found out with the LITEHAWKs, they tend to go slower in the forward speed. So they're better in that sense for beginners. But this one here has a bigger battery, but it weighs more and it goes a little bit faster. But I found in wind it didn't make much difference. So these two helicopters are designed for two different reasons. And I'll let you know, I'm going to fly this up in Canada here. It's cold and snow, so when we get some good weather, I'm going to change the battery when it goes. But this one I'm not. I don't think you can get a battery for it. So these are two helicopters, and both very good helicopters, easy to fly. So that's it. That's a comparison of two helicopters.